I'm Danny Epperson, and I'm inside the Dynamite Commodore Dinner Theater in downtown Portsmouth. Thanks for joining me for WHRO's Cinema 15 and our presentation of 1969's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Novelist William Goldman never intended to become a screenwriter. He wasn't a fan of westerns and even admitted that he was afraid of horses, which makes it remarkable that his first original screenplay changed Hollywood westerns forever. 1969's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid tells the story of Wild West outlaws Robert Leroy Parker and Harry Longabaugh, better known as Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. The pair, along with their gang, the Wild Bunch, were infamous for robbing banks and trains throughout the American Southwest in the late 1800s. But when a posse was hired to hunt them down, the two took off to South America. Paul Newman stars as Butch, Robert Redford is Sundance, and Catherine Ross plays Etta Place.
Why is there never any money, Butch?
Well, I swear, Ed, I don't know. I've been working like a dog all my life, and I can't get a penny ahead.
This is the film that made Redford a superstar, but he almost didn't get the part. Studio executives wanted to pair Newman with an equally recognizable leading man. Marlon Brando and Warren Beatty were in the running. Steve McQueen was almost cast, but Newman and McQueen's management couldn't agree on which actor should get top billing. Director George Roy Hill ended up taking a shine to someone else. He wanted the lesser-known Redford for the role of the Sundance Kid. The two actors had genuine chemistry and started a friendship that lasted a lifetime. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid was nominated for 7 Academy Awards and took home 4 Oscars, including Best Cinematography, Best Score, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Song.
The winners are Burt Bacharach and Hal David.
I'll be back after the movie to tell you about Butch and Sundance's biggest haul, which for them came 50 years too late. But for now, saddle up, hit the lights, and enjoy Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Critics were not kind when Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid was first released. Roger Ebert called it slow, disappointing, and too cute. Others called it out for being too slick for its britches. But after a few weeks in theaters, it became clear that audiences couldn't get enough of Newman and Redford.
I'm glad you brought that up, kid.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid went on to become one of the 10 biggest films of the 1960s. It still ranks as the highest grossing Western in movie history. Adjusted for inflation, it made over $635 million.
Think you used enough dynamite there, Butch?
Not a bad score for a couple of bank robbers who'd been dead for more than 50 years.
Raindrops are falling on my head.
It might be hard to imagine that B.J. Thomas's Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head was a landmark moment in film. The use of a contemporary pop song in a Western was a bold move at that time. Audiences weren't used to it, and critics didn't like it. Robert Redford thought it was terrible, and even B.J. Thomas's agents were afraid he'd damaged his career. But Raindrops won an Oscar for Best Song. It held the #1 spot on the charts for 4 weeks and remains Thomas's biggest hit.
Raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling.
Butch and Sundance became a model for buddy films like Lethal Weapon and 48 Hours. Even Callie Corey, screenwriter for Thelma and Louise, thought of her characters as female versions of Butch and Sundance. Now, although the ending of this movie left no chance for a sequel, Newman, Redford, and director George Roy Hill joined forces again for 1973's The Sting.
You, Kelly.
Yes, sir.
Run those bums out of here.
That movie achieved even greater success and even took home the Oscar for Best Picture.
The winner is The Sting.
I could be here for another hour talking about the brilliance of this film, but if you want to learn more about the shootouts, the train robberies, and that famous cliff jump, Check out 1970's Emmy Award-winning documentary, The Making of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Another thing about Paul and Bob that I've almost never run across with major stars before was their willingness, actually their eagerness to come in and rehearse on their days off.
You can find it on YouTube or Amazon Prime. That's all I have for this week. I'm Danny Epperson, and I will see you next time for WHRO's Cinema 15 and another classic movie.